Shalom. I'm going to start out foremost by giving all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahshua, Bashem, Rakadish. Salutation to the elders and apostles, GMS groups and ones alike. Teach 100% truth, Shalom, Barakatham to them. And give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahshua, Bashem, Rakadish. And double honors to the elders and apostles, GMS groups and ones alike. Teach 100% truth, Shalom, Barakatham to them for the edification of knowledge. Tonight I'm going to talk about Isaiah 31 chapter relating to trust in Egypt. This 30 is number 1. Woe unto them that go down into Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not into the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. That relates to trusting in Egypt, man. That goes back into the Egyptian captivity, when the nation of Israel were trusting in Egypt instead of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. Now fast forward it, they trusting in Egypt still. You know what I mean? They trusting because Egypt is strong. And they trust in Egypt is strong because it's a powerful nation. You know what I mean? It has different things. Ultimately, the Lord blessed it to have that power. You know what I mean? So, and this relates to this captivity. This is a powerful nation. This would be considered Egypt, America. And many of our people, so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans, have a high trust in Egypt, man. Let's continue on. Yet ye also is wise, and will bring evil, and will not call back his words, but he will arise against the house of the evildoers, and against the help of them that work iniquity. It relates to that judgment the Lord is going to send. Now the Egyptians are men, not Yahweh. Now the Egyptians relates to ones in power. We put it fast forward here. We talk about here specifically. This is modern day Egyptian Babylon. The horses represents that power, you know what I mean? But they are men. They're not gods. And their horse is flesh and not spirit. And when the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both ye that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fall together. Number 4, for thus have the Lord Yahweh spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion roaring on his prey. And when the multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall the Lord of hosts, which represents armies, come down to fight the Mount Zion, fight for Mount Zion, and for the hill thereof. And as the birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. So the Lord's not going to fear these. The Lord's going to put these nation of people in captivity. I mean, Shalakia, in power. Shalakia. He put these people in power. You know what I mean? They're just of men. But the Lord is of a spirit, and of a powerful spirit. You know what I mean? So the Lord is not going to fear, he doesn't fear Egypt. He's also defending them. But he's also woeing to them, or warning to one's trusting in an alliance dealing with Egypt. Like I said, go backwards, talking about the Egyptian captivity, where they pretty much, the nation of Israel, they miss being in captivity. Fast forward now, they enjoyed being in captivity. You know what I mean? They trusted in Egypt, which is America. You know what I mean? The Lord put the power in the hands of, he put the Job 9:24. The power has been given in the hands of the wicked. He covered the face of the judge. If it's not he, who is it? You know what I mean? The Lord put this nation ultimately in power. And he's the only one that can take them out of power. Turn ye into him from whom the children of Israel have deeply revolted. So they revolted, they betrayed, and they pretty much trusted in Egypt instead of trusting in their power. Number 7. For in that day every man shall cast away his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which your own hands have made into you for a sin. Dealing with these false graven images, false idols, and worship other things that were contrary to what they were supposed to be doing. They denounced pretty much their Jewish tradition and customs, man, because they worship in these other things that's contrary. Pretty much angered the Lord. You know the story after that. Number 8. Then shall the Assyrian fall with the sword, not of a mighty man, and the sword, not of mean men, shall devour him. But ye shall flee from the sword, and his devour him. But ye shall flee from the sword. We'll read that again. Then shall the Assyrian fall with the sword, not of a mighty man, and the sword, not of a mean man, shall devour him, but he shall flee from the sword, and his young men shall be discomfited. And he shall, number 9, and he shall pass over to his stronghold for fear, and his princes shall be afraid of the ensign, which is a sign, saith the Lord Yahweh, whose fire is in Zion, and his furnace is in Jerusalem. And this relating to the Judah, which is the southern tribe, making that alliance, because this is during the making an alliance with Egypt. So the verses are the first 4, the first couple, number 1 through 1, 2, and 3, talks about basically not trusting in Egypt, man. So we supposed not trust in Egypt, man. Ultimately, we're supposed to trust in the Yahweh B'Shem Yashah, man. That's what got the nation of Israel ultimately exiled out of their homeland. 70 AD, scatter all 4 corners of the earth, Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And that's why they're in a state and condition as a people. They don't even know who they are. They don't even know who they are. Deuteronomy 28:37. It'll become a byword proverb among all other nations, whether I leave thee. They don't even know who their real identity is. They don't know their real identity. They don't know who they really are as a people, man. And neither do they care. They find being at a low estate relating to this kingdom, man. They like being at a low state because they can enjoy their wickedness. They can enjoy their wickedness, the comforts of their wickedness, man. They're creatures of comfort, and they enjoy their wickedness, man. Jacob's a creature of comfort. He likes luxury. With that, he likes also doing things probably as contrary to what he's supposed to be doing. But the point is, they like being at a low estate. Believe that verse, rich or sit low at lower dignity. You know what I mean? They're rich because they are the people of the nation of Israel, but they sit low because of their state and condition, man. And ultimately their transgressions against the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yashah, so he put them in a low state and condition among where other nations are going to ultimately rule over them. And that's what's happening. That rich represents ultimately what they were, princes and kings. Now made to be servants, man. They're made to be servants to these other nations that really should be serving the nation of Israel. But they don't know that. Because they don't know who they are. Hosea 4 and 6. For my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I also reject thee. That thou made no priest unto me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God Yahweh, I also forget thy children. They are destroyed for what they don't know. Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They're foolish, man. They satish. Satish means foolish. That's a nice way of saying you're stupid. For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish children, they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, but, we'll read that again. For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. So relating to what they're supposed to be doing, they ain't trying to do it. But relating to contrary to that, they know how to do it and they master it. They master it better than Esau. They master better than what Esau's wickedness. They supersede Esau, because the nation of Israel, everything they touch, they master, and they do it better than everybody else. That's the gift. That's the privilege. That's the curse also, as well. But going back to the verses I was reading. Going back to the verses I was reading, that relates to the alliance with Egypt. Now, Egypt represents here in America the nation of Israel, ultimately for not trusting in the Lord. They're supposed to trust in the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yashah. That's why they're in big trouble with the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yashah, because they haven't trusted Him. They trust in everything else. These are the false ideologies, customs and traditions, philosophies, even forms of witchcraft and sorcery relating to these different kingdoms they've been into. And the thing is, from a spiritual aspect, they don't even know it. They don't even know it. They don't even realize it. Neither do they care to. That's the disturbing and sad thing about it. Now, this is something quick. Let me read another verse. Oh yeah, 11 Proverbs. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. The first part. Though they join hand in hand, trusting in with the wicked and trusting in the wicked, they're not going to go unpunished. They're going to be judged. They're going to be judged equivalently and equally. Number 23. Let me say, the desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. And pretty much is their destruction. For the good relates to the righteous, and the wicked relates to the wrath, and ultimately their own demise, which is their own destruction. So, that being said, I'm going to begin to end this. This was just something I wanted to talk about, the spirit relating to trusting in Egypt. And that's pretty much what I want to do. And give all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yashah B'Shem Rakadish. Salutation to the elders and apostles of GMS groups and ones alike. Teacher and percent truth. Shalom Barakathum to them for their edification and knowledge. and give all praise to Yahweh Bashem, Yahshua Bashem, Rock a Dish, the water shower. Thank you.